Hello, welcome. I'm back. I'm so excited to be sitting here in front of my bookshelves. I have 3 of them. Now, this was the original idea that I wanted to do in Florida, but the wall wasn't big enough. But you know what? This room that I'm in now, much bigger, have much more space. So I've got more room to work with. I still have 2 bookshelves over here. Yeah, those probably, you'll never see those, maybe. I don't know. You might, who knows. I'm out of breath because I just set up all the lights and stuff to film this Get Ready with me. And I don't currently have my mic set up because I got a new phone and I don't have the adapter to attach it to my phone. So hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully this setup is okay. Hopefully the lighting is okay. Hopefully this new phone, I got an iPhone 15 Pro. I don't know the camera, how it's gonna be. This is my first video back, and yeah, just bear with me. Y'all know the drill. Also, I'm very hot. So if you see some, just ignore it, all right? But I figured, since I've been gone for so long, that I would do kind of a life update, Q&A, get ready with me style. I've done some Q&As before. I don't think any of them are up on my channel anymore. I don't think. But I love watching Q&As. I know my friend McKay, she does them, I think every month. Yeah, she does them every month. Her Chat, Chill, and Get Ready with me. So taking a little bit of inspiration from her too, and getting ready and, just talking about life, where I've been, what I've been up to. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. So if you've been on my journey for a while, if you followed me for a while over on Instagram, and I think I've even talked about it a little bit here on YouTube, I was moving, okay? Went through a lot of moves in the past 3 years. We moved from Utah, and then Piper and I were in Kentucky for a little bit while my husband, he is in the Air Force, he was doing some training. So we were kind of in between staying with family, and then we moved to Florida for my husband to go through more training. And now we made the long drive out to California. Yeah, so it's been I would say rough few years, because it's not been rough, it's just been stressful. Yeah. And I think the whole time we were in Florida, I felt like it was temporary. I knew that that's not where we were going to be permanently. And I think it was affecting me more than I realized, that feeling of just being temporary. It's a really weird feeling to feel temporary in your own home. Yeah, we lived there for, I think it was 2 years, but it just I knew it wasn't going to be long term. And so I never just felt like we had roots. Does that make any sense? So I think it affected me more than I realized. And I think, that paired with just life stuff and other, stuff just gets in the way. I wasn't motivated to really read. I wasn't motivated to film. I have just kind of been in a slump, just reading slump, life slump, just in general. So I'm feeling really good. I'm really happy with, where we're at right now. I love our house, and we're finally feeling settled again. And I'm excited. I'm excited to be back and filming, and just, yeah, I've missed this. I've missed my little community that I have here. And I thank each and every one of you for sticking with me through the ups and the downs that, this channel has seen and I have seen. So I truly appreciate it. And I know it was kind of last minute that I posted on my community tab and then over on Instagram to ask me questions. So I did actually got quite a bit. So I am really excited about that. I have some random stuff, some book stuff, some moving stuff. So we're gonna get ready and just chit chat. So yeah, let's get into it, because I need to do something with this face. So we're gonna do just my everyday makeup routine. I don't do a whole lot, honestly. I don't really change it up a lot. I don't even do eyeshadow every day. I don't know. I just can't be bothered. I used to be one of those people that had all the new palettes, every time they would come out, I had them, but I'm just lazy now. So I have my mirror here. So if I look over here, that's what I'm doing. And then I also have my questions down here, but I'm gonna try to like look at you all as much as possible, but don't get mad at me, okay? So the first thing I do, because I have dark circles, I use a color corrector. Right now I'm using the NYX Pro Fix Stick in pink, obviously. I do also really like the Pixie color corrector one in the peach color. That's usually the one I use, but I'm trying this one out. I don't know yet how I feel about it. So we're just gonna, I'm not really gonna go in any sort of order. I think it might be more exciting to just mix up the questions for you. So the first one that I have is, how old are you? And I love your book recommendations. First of all, thank you so much. I know that I can be really harsh with how I rate books, but I take pride in this, okay? I don't ever want to recommend you guys something that I am just like, I don't think is good, okay? I can appreciate some of the books and feel that even books that I don't like might work for other people, but for the most part, I truly love all the books that I recommend, and I'm so glad that you all love them. I think they are just good quality books. And no, I'm not gonna say that because that's kind of a little bit of a Debbie Downer, but thank you. And how old am I? I am 32. I turned 33 this year in September. I don't want to talk about it, okay? I don't want to talk about it. I know a lot of people say this, but I truly do not feel like I'm 33 or about to be 33. I really don't. Like, where has the time gone? My daughter, Piper, she's going to be 11 in November. Like, what is life right now? I don't know. Foundation that I'm using is this L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. I'm really liking it. It's kind of like a, I'd say it's more of like a tinted moisturizer almost. Like, it has pretty light coverage, but it's buildable. But it just looks really good on the skin. So I really like it. Okay, now this one I think is hilarious because I got it twice. It's like, you all know me so well. You know me so well, okay? How do you feel about Joe Burrow's new hair? Well, Slim Shiesty, the man can do no wrong, okay? I'll post a picture, okay? Ugh, I love my Cincinnati Bengals and I love Joe Burrow, so I'm all for it. I think he can really pull off anything. I think it's more his attitude about things and just the way he carries himself, so I like it, okay? Nothing beats, though, 2023 headband Joey B. Nothing beats that, okay? But, you know, not my favorite look from him, but listen, I stand by him. Stand by him, all right? Okay, let's move along. How was the move? Okay, the move was stressful. There's a lot of things that happened along the way that would honestly be too much to get into here. But I'd say, I mean, it was stressful, but like overall it was okay, you know. The drive out here, we were really worried about how Cookie was going to do in the car because we stuck to like 8 hour. We didn't want to do really any more than 8 hours because that's really how long like we thought Murphy could, you know, stand to be in a car, and even Cookie, we didn't want to push her, and we just didn't want to push ourselves either because I mean we literally went like 2,000 plus miles. So yeah, we just wanted to take it slow. So I think we did, it was like, what, 4 days of driving. And that was so we made the drive from Florida to Kentucky. We stayed there for a little bit, and then we came from Kentucky over. And it wasn't bad. Cookie was an angel, okay? She hid really under the seat the whole time. Like I didn't hear a peep from her. You barely even seen her. Anytime we would stop to get gas or just take a break, I would always check on her and pet her and see if she wanted a little bit of water. But yeah, she was an angel. And Murphy, I mean, he's a good traveler. Like, we knew that before. But yeah, it was good, stressful, but overall it was good. Definitely glad to be here finally, and I don't want to do this again so soon, okay? 3 moves like in 2 years is a little too much, okay? It's a little much. All right, so concealer, I'm gonna use this Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer. I've been liking this one, and I like to kind of let my concealer sit for a little bit. So I put it on there and then do my eyebrows. I don't know why I do it that way. I just like it to get a little tacky. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, let's see. Someone asked, how are you? Actually, a few people asked how I am. I'm doing good, feeling good about life and just things in general. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I had been in a little bit of like just a life slump in general, but I think things are calming down and I'm feeling good. So I'm doing good. Okay, let's see. A book you've read recently that you love, and then like a book you've been loving recently. I got quite a few of those. A book, let's see. I have actually been reading quite a few books, but ones I've been loving. I just finished Quicksilver a few days ago by Callie Hart. I had a ton of fun reading that book, you guys, like a ton of fun. So loving that one. Play Along, y'all. Play Along, I think, is my new favorite. I think Isaiah Rhodes is my new favorite in the series. I freaking love him so much. So loving Play Along. Also, my girl McKay Marie, Starting Line, that book truly, oh my gosh, like she knocked it out of the park with that one. If you have not read it, it's an Olympic, two Olympic athletes. He is a swimmer and she is a gymnast, and it was just so freaking good. I loved that book so much. Okay, let's see. Let's move along. Okay. Any chance you will end up at Wright Pat AFB in Dayton? AFB is Air Force Base. So, funny story. I used to really want to go to Wright Pat because a lot of my family, I have family that lives in Reading, Ohio, which is really close to Dayton. I think it's what, like 45 minutes to an hour away. And so I thought it would just be really cool if I could go and, you know, be close to family. But that will never happen now. Really, the only place that my husband can go now is here. So, unless he... Sorry, my cat. Is that Cookie or Murphy? Get your little paw out of the door. Yeah, really the only place my husband can go now is where we are at currently. So, no, unfortunately, I will not be going to Wright Pat. Well, I mean, never say never, but highly doubtful. My family would love that though, especially being so close to Kentucky, like home. And then my family in Ohio would love that too. Although it may not be good for me because my cousin Bailey and I, when we get together, things happen, okay? Things happen. Okay, so moving on. How are you enjoying California, and is it what you expected? So it's not what I expected, not in the slightest. So I've never been to California before, other than I spent a little bit of time in the Los Angeles airport, but that doesn't count. I just had this really just idea in my head about what California was going to be, and we are in Northern California, so it's obviously different than, you know, SoCal, but I don't know. I just thought it was going to be like more city, more like metro. I don't know what like the right word is for it, but it's like there's a lot of open farmland here, like a lot, and then you just have like cities and houses just clumped together. So I did not expect that, and honestly I didn't expect for the people to be as nice as they are. Like everywhere we go, people are so nice, they're so friendly, and I don't know, that's not what I expected from California. So, but so far I'm really liking it. I wish though that it wouldn't be so dang hot. It got up to 116 when we were here. So that was not great. I don't know what I have done to my eyebrow here. We're gonna ignore that, okay? I'm not going anywhere. I'm just filming videos, so I'll fix it later. Okay, let's see. Favorite romance book of this year and of all time? That's a question. Favorite romance book of the year? I mean, Play Along. I think I have to go with Play Along. That's, I mean, right now, yeah. Also, did I read The Surrogate this year by Penelope Ward? Was that this year? I think it was. That's one that like sticks out too. And then Starting Line, that's a favorite of the year. Yeah, gave you 3. And then of all time, man, can I go with A Court of Mist and Fury? That's a fantasy romance. Can I cheat and do that? Can I? Let's see. I have so many. There's so many that I could choose from. I don't think I can just pick one favorite of all time. That's very mean of you. I mean, Heartless, Blindside, Between Hello and Goodbye, The Hookup by Kristen Callahan, Marriage for One, The Simple Wild. There's too many. You can't make me pick a favorite. That's like asking me if Murphy or Cookie is my favorite. Okay, I can't do that. I can't do that. Okay, let's see. Do you have a morning routine? No, I don't. I wish I did. But I try to keep my mornings as like simple as possible. I'm very like, I like to have a slow start to my morning, okay? I don't want to wake up and just be like, boom, 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 go, go, go. That I feel like just sets the tone for the day. And if my morning is busy and hectic, then the rest of the day is going to be busy and hectic. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Okay, so next question. How does your family adjust to moving so much? Is it just normal, so it's easy? Pretty much. We're used to it by now. And someone asked too, like, how does Piper do with moving and how does she deal with like, you know, friendships, things like that? Piper is such a go with the flow kind of kid, and she really just takes it in stride. She is excited to make new friends always. She is not shy at all. She will talk to anyone. I mean, when we got here, even before she got here, because she spends summers in Kentucky, she was asking, are there kids in the neighborhood? Like, she wanted to go out and make friends. And I'm sure if she saw some like young girls in the neighborhood, she would probably be out there knocking on their door asking if they could play. Like, she's awesome with it. This move, however, though, was the first time that she really had kind of a hard time leaving a friend. So in the neighborhood we lived in, there was one girl that was close to her age. They played soccer together. They basically just were together all the time. And that was hard on her to say goodbye. So that, I think, was the first really like friendship that it really hit her that like, hey, I'm probably not going to see you again. They've FaceTimed and like called each other here and there, but it's different, you know? So she does really well with it. And then Toy and I, it is what it is now. Like, we're just used to it. We've been, you know, together for 14 years almost, and then almost married for 13 years. And like, this has been the only life that we know, you know, is the Air Force, and they're gonna pick us up and move us, you know, when they please, really. So it's, I don't know, yeah, it's normal for us. So I don't really, it's just easy for us because it's normal. So yeah, I feel like that didn't really answer your question, but that's as good as I got. Okay, let's see. Least favorite book. I probably should have like thought about these before I sat down. I forget the name of it. I'm gonna have to do some research and like insert it here, but I know it's a motorcycle romance, and I got it. This was my mistake. I got it from TikTok. She was saying it was one of her favorite books of all time, and like that just goes to show like how subjective reading truly is, because it was quite literally the worst book that I have ever read in my life. Okay, it was bad. It was really bad. Oh, I didn't tell you what I used for my eyebrows, did I? Anastasia Dip Brow. I know that like people don't use that anymore. I freaking love it. And then I have this little travel size of the Charlotte Tilbury powder. So that's what I used for my powder. Now I'm gonna move on to bronzer, and I've been liking cream bronzer lately. I kind of switch it up. I have this is the Milani Cheek Kiss in Hey Honey, and then I also have a Say Beauty one. This one. Yeah, it's a Sun Melt. Say Beauty Sun Melt. This one's a little bit lighter, and I feel like, believe it or not, I actually kind of have a tan right now. I know that sounds ridiculous because I'm just pale, okay? But I'm just gonna use this one and save that one for like fall and winter. Let me be delusional and think that I have a tan here. Okay, where was I at? Yeah, I think that's, at least right now, that's the only book off the top of my head that like, if someone asked me like least favorite book of all time, like that's one of them for sure. Okay, now let's see. Okay, I already answered that. How does your daughter think about changing location periodically, friends, etc.? She's amazing, truly. She's incredible. Okay. How do you keep your cool with moving so often? Super organized. So I feel like it's, especially with the military, like it's a little different because the military hires people to come in and pack everything up for us. And then when we get here, like when you get to your destination, you have people who come in and unpack everything well, they don't really unpack like everything, but they'll like carry in the furniture and help you set up your furniture if you need to, like the big things like our bed, the couch, stuff like that. So I feel like it's not like as stressful as like if Toy and I were just moving ourselves across the country, that I feel like we probably lose our cool just because. So when we left Utah with like scheduling and stuff, we just couldn't get the movers to come out when we needed them to pack up. So we had to do that ourselves, and that was I don't ever want to do that again. So yeah, I feel like I keep my cool because a lot of the hard stuff isn't on me, like physical labor isn't on me. I mean, obviously like I have to, unpack everything when it gets here and, set up like we built the bookshelves and I set those up, but like that's fun for me. And even like unpacking my kitchen, like that's fun for me. I like doing that stuff. I like getting a new space organized, and yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't even know, like, was this your question? I don't know. How do you keep your cool? It's just, again, like, I know it's coming. I know it's going to happen. So like, there's really no point in me like stressing about it. Like even when we left Utah, I loved Utah so much. So that was kind of like a hard move for me because I also made some really, really good friends in Utah and I just loved it there so much. But I knew like it was coming, and not as soon as it was, but it's just one of those things where it's like, I can't be upset about it because like we have to do it. We have to do it. And super organized. I'm not really an organized person, but the way that the military does it, they put these little like inventory stickers on every box. Everything that they take out of your house gets an inventory sticker. And so that's how they keep up with it. Like you get it like a copy of it, and then the movers keep a copy of it. And then when it gets here, because a copy of it will also go with your things. And so when they get here to deliver it, they have a list of everything that was loaded, you know, from the trailer that they are unloading into our house. And you, like myself or Toy, would have to be here when they move things in. And every time they pack an item in, they're like, okay, item 043. And then you check it off. And that's how you keep track of your stuff, and also damages or anything that's missing. So it's pretty organized in that way, but it's not me actually doing the organizing. So for highlighter, I use, well, right now I'm using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand in the shade Champagne Campaign. Okay, where am I at here? Still reading historical fiction. Yes, I am. I read a few actually on the drive out here. I listened to, oh man, A Fire Burning? Is that what it is? I forget. I'll put a picture up here, but I really enjoyed that one. And then I also read, it's a Rebecca Yarros book. Where's that? The Things We Leave Unfinished. That one is, it's romance. There's a romance in there, but like it's historical fiction. And so I enjoyed both of those. They were pretty similar, actually, if I'm being honest. They were both really similar books. Like the premise of them, very similar. Okay, I need to hurry this up because I'm almost finished with my makeup and I have a lot of questions left. What tips do you have for moving to a new place? I think the biggest tip that I would give is just keep an open mind. Whether it's a move that you're making because you want to, or if it's a move that you have to make because of a career or family or what have you, keep an open mind. There are good and bad in every place that you go to. Also, don't try to go and like look up a whole bunch of like, for me personally, I try to not like look up crime rates wherever we're moving because that would just make me nervous. So like try to stay away from like the negative things and keep positive, you know, find your comforts. Like one of the first things that I do whenever we know that we're moving to a new place is I look up, okay, where's Target, where's Chick-fil-A, where's a Barnes and Noble, because those are things that I just enjoy. So find your comfort things too. And also try to go out and find new things. Like something that we really like to do is find antique stores. And we have found some really, really awesome antique shops here in Northern California. Even like we went to this one in Sacramento that was freaking incredible, but there's also one that's closer to us. It's an antique mall, and like we have gone in there twice already and spent probably close to 2 hours in there, like each time, because you cannot look at everything. It's incredible. I don't know if that's really what you were asking, but yeah, just like keep an open mind and try to find like positive things about your new place. And yeah, it'll all work out. You'll learn to love it. You'll learn to, well, maybe not necessarily learn to love it, but even like Florida, I didn't love it in Florida, but there were things that I'm definitely going to miss about it. Like going to our hockey games. I am so gonna miss going to the Pensacola Ice Flyers games. If you're ever in the area when they are going on, you have to go see the Pensacola Ice Flyers. Incredible. The beaches there, while I'm not really a beach person, they're beautiful. So you have to look at the positives of things. So yeah, keep an open mind, look for the positive things, and also look for your comfort places or comfort things. You know, if you have a favorite restaurant or whatever, try to find those and, you know, do things that are going to make you happy. Okay, moving on. So someone asked for my top 3 makeup products. So I feel like I don't have like a holy grail foundation. I haven't found one that I'm just like truly in love with. I feel like most people, that's what they would say. But I love this mascara. It's the Thrive Cosmetics liquid lash extensions. This is an old tube that I actually need to throw away and I need to purchase a new one, but it's like a tubing mascara. This is the best mascara in the entire world. It's expensive, but just trust me, okay? It's so good. I don't use any other mascara besides a tubing mascara now because it just doesn't make a mess. Like you literally just wipe it off and you're good to go. You don't have to deal with the raccoon eyes. And I love that. I'm gonna set that to the side so I can throw it away. So really any mascara, but that is favorite of all time. I'm gonna cheat and go with the Aquaphor, just their regular like lip balm because I love a good just moisturizing lip balm. And then blush. I love blush. I'm a blush whore. I love it. I have so many different blushes, and I have blushes that I wear in the summer, blushes that I wear in the fall, blushes that I wear in the winter. I'm that person, okay? Because I just love blush, okay? And one that I've been loving recently is, where are you? What brand are you? Nude Sticks in Peach Pearl. It's like a cream blush. I'm gonna use it in a second, but I love this blush so much. It is absolutely beautiful. But what I just put on my eyebrows to set them is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I love this. I have kind of longer eyebrows and they don't like to do anything. So it helps set my brows in place, even just a little bit, okay? All right, so moving on to blush. Let's see, where am I at? Top 10 favorite books. Y'all are really coming for these questions, okay? Y'all are really making me work for these questions. Okay, we all know A Court of Mist and Fury, okay? Favorite book of all time. Like, freaking love that book. Would quite literally die for that book. Heartless by Elsie Silver. The Things We Cannot Say by Kelly Rimmer. That's a new one that has been added to the list. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. That's also a new one that's been added to the list. After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Okay, where am I at? I have lost count. So Mist and Fury, Heartless, The Things We Cannot Say, The Nightingale, After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Heartbones by Colleen Hoover, Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I know that's a hot take, but I love it so much. Between Hello and Goodbye by Emma Scott. Also Full Tilt by Emma Scott, but like, I gotta be, Blindside by Candy Steiner. One more. You can do this. One more. The Gravity of Us by Brittany Cherry. All of those are subject, well, probably the last 5 of those are subject to change. But like Mist and Fury, that ain't going nowhere, okay? She will never be topped. She will never be topped. When PCSing, do you let the movers pack up your books or did you pack them yourself? So this move was a little weird. I always pack them myself and I put them in bankers boxes because they're just easier to transport that way. Like you have to use more of them, but if you've ever moved and you've moved books, and even if you just put them in like a small moving box, when you load that down, that is like almost impossible to pick up. It's like, it gets heavy really quickly. So I like the bankers boxes because first of all, they have handles too. I'm sure some moving boxes you get do, but the ones we had didn't. But yes, so I pack them in bankers boxes because it's like the right amount. You can move them easily, like pick them up easily. Did I put on too much blush? Probably. And normally they just take those boxes and they'll like put tape around them, or sometimes they even have to put like the paper over the books to protect them. I don't know why, but sometimes they have to do that. But normally they just take all those boxes put the inventory sticker on there and load them into the truck. But this time, for some reason, this company, they had to, and I cringed, and I'm really, really surprised that more of my books didn't come damaged. I only have a few of them that got a little wonky, like my copy of The Women and then my copy of Funny Story. I have heavy stuff sitting on them right now because they got all like folded, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix them, but I'm trying to like flatten them back out. But they took my Banker's boxes and they put 6, so they 6 to a box. They flipped them on the side and put 2 across in these big like wardrobe boxes. So they flipped them on their side, had 6 of them in one wardrobe box. So all my books that I had like perfectly packed, they just flipped them. Yeah, they've never done that before. So yeah, I didn't love that. Did not love that at all. But again, like I'm lucky that more of them didn't come damaged because they weren't nice to my books. Okay, they were not nice. But like we couldn't move those ourselves because there was quite a few. I think I had like 32 Banker's boxes full of books. I think it was 32. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. And that's after me unhauling a lot of books. I've gotten rid of a lot of books, you guys, a lot, okay? And I've not been buying as many books as I normally do, okay? So I'm doing pretty good, but I still have a crap ton of books. Okay, moving on. Did you read anything exciting recently, and any hot takes on popular books? I've talked about some of the books that I've read recently. Quicksilver, loved that one. Also, I read The Pines, or not, it's not The Pines, it's called Pines by Blake Crouch. That's a book that I've had on my TBR for quite a while, and I really liked that. It's like science fiction thriller type. I currently have the second book on hold at the library, so that one was really exciting. I did enjoy that one. Play Along by Elsie Silver, really liked that one too. So yeah, I've actually read some pretty good books recently, and I'm just excited to keep reading more. Okay, any hot takes on popular books? I feel like most of my opinions are hot takes. I mean, even just me talking about Colleen Hoover, I feel like it's a thing now to hate on Colleen Hoover, whereas before, like, Colleen Hoover was queen. Like, you couldn't do any better than Colleen Hoover, you know? She was the one to read. I'm not one to just like hate on something just because the masses are hating on her. Yeah, like I said, Heartbones is one of my favorite books of all time. And even like Ugly Love, like, I feel like I do need to reread that one. But that was like the first romance book that I remember like sobbing to, and it was still one of the first romance books that I ever really read. So it just holds a special place in my heart. And I don't know, I feel like she's getting all this hate, and it's like, for what? Why are we hating on Colleen Hoover all of a sudden? Anything Jennifer Hartman, I probably will never read Jennifer Hartman again. I think she's an awesome person. I love that her books work for so many people. I just don't think that they work for me. I tried reading Still Beating. I actually read that twice. The first time I read it was before it blew up and was everywhere. And even then I gave it a 3.5 star. And then I reread it for a like bad book or bad timing vlog. And I think I lowered my rating to like a 2 star. Me and that book, we don't jive. I have read Lotus, didn't love Lotus. I read, what is it, The Optimist Guide to Heartbreak, whatever that book is. Didn't really jive with that one either. Let's see, what else have I read by her? I think that might be it. Oh, I tried to read June 1st and I DNF'd that one. Couldn't do that. No. So I think it's just me and her writing. I think we don't go together, and that's fine. Same with like QB Tyler, we just don't really go together. Also, I'm not the biggest fan of Gianna Darling. Yeah, I know. I just think her writing is a little too flowery. it's a little, she's too wordy for me. I've read some of her books and I have enjoyed them, but I need to listen to them on audio in order to enjoy them, because like, I don't know. I tried to read, the last book I tried to read from her was, I'll put a picture here. I'm blanking on the title. I'll have the picture up. And I just felt like she repeated herself so much, like the main female character. I'm like, girl, I know. You've told me this a million times. You've told me this a million times, just in a different way, with different words. I don't think that I will be reading a Gianna Darling anymore. I think Gianna Darling herself is an awesome person, and I think that she is, she's definitely a good, like, talented writer. It's just, for me, I just find it to be a little much for what I enjoy. Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I didn't like that book. No, like 2-star, didn't like that book. Yeah, I know, that's an unpopular opinion, hot take. Yeah, I think I gave you plenty. I think that's enough. I think I can be done with that one. Okay, so I only have 2 more questions left. Look at me go. Okay, okay. How many times am I gonna say okay? How long will you be in your new home / location? And did you get any reading done during the move? So hopefully we will be here for like 6 years, 7 years. So once Toy graduated and got his wings, so in May, he had to sign at least a 4-year contract. So we know we're going to be here for 4 years at least. But at that point, Toy will be so close to retirement, and also Piper will be so close to graduating high school, that we'll probably just try to stay here. And I don't think Toy's going to get out at the, the normal retirement age. I think he'll probably do a little bit more time. But you never know. So hopefully a while. Hopefully we'll be here for a while. And then, what was it? Did I get any reading done during the move? Yes, I did. I listened to, I think it was like 6 audiobooks on the drive out. And then I got, I think, 2 or 3 books read just while I was like unpacking stuff and getting, things settled around the house. So I've done not a normal, like my usual amount of reading, but I've been reading. And I've also read things like physically too, not just listening to audiobooks. So, I mean, for how busy I've been, I feel like I've done a pretty good job of getting books read. I didn't tell you the mascara. It's the e.l.f. Lash Extender. That's what I'm using right now. I also have been using the Milani highly rated lash extensions mascara. This one's a little too wet for me. I like a drier formula for mascara. Don't know why, I just do. That's what I prefer. And then the last question is top 3 reads of the year. I feel like I've talked about this already. Maybe not. But I feel like if you've watched my channel this year, you probably already know. The Things We Cannot Say by Kelly Rimmer. Y'all, I can't get over that book. I love it so much. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. That's a good one. And then Play Along by Liz Tom Ford. If you made me pick a top 3, that would be it. I just got mascara all over my face. Lovely. So yeah, those are all of the questions that I have. So a trick for you, if you get mascara on your eyelids or anywhere on your face, let it dry and then just wipe it away, okay? So we're gonna ignore that. We're gonna pretend it's not here while I close out this video. Thank you guys so much for asking me questions. If you asked me a question and I didn't answer it, it's probably because I'm filming this in the middle of the day on Thursday. So I wanted to get it done, and your question probably came in after I filmed. But yeah, thank you guys for for sticking around. Thank you for, again, asking questions, and thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me, and I'm just excited to be back. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you. Thank you. It's been a very chatty one. Let me know what videos you want to see from me, and then if you want to leave me an emoji, leave me a house emoji for, you know, celebrating the move and a new house. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.